Sea of Thieves, being a live service game, relies on several forms of monetization. The game is a paid title and it has free updates, with new content added every 3 to 4 months. It's on Game Pass if you don't own it, and it has no true free-to-play route. The other method of monetization is through premium cosmetics sold through an in-game store, for example, in the Pirate Emporium. Now, this last area is where myself and many others have realised things have become a bit more invasive. But before we get into this, there's going to be some hard facts that need to be laid out. It's not entitled to talk about the state of a game because it has free updates, nor is the cash shop free of any criticism, particularly when it affects other aspects outside of this. It is also important to note that we can separate a cash shop designed to get people to open their wallets from the gameplay content released in these updates. Simply put, we can praise one and criticize both independently. Premium content in games is not inherently a negative thing, and everything has to be discussed with nuance. And finally, paying for these items to support your favorite game is a valid reason to purchase premium cosmetics. No revenue equals no updates, everyone knows it, so don't fucking say it in the comments. Also, anyone who uses the word entitled is hit with an SMH in my head in my replies. You've been warned. Oh, and yeah, this doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of life. Neither do games, or life itself. We stand on a spinning rock that's extremely insignificant in the wider universe, so don't try refuting this with strawman analogies. I've heard them all. Now that's done, let's talk about how the Pirate Emporium may be overstepping the mark once again. So the Pirate Emporium, along with Game Pass subs and sales, funds Sea of Thieves development. Without knowing any bonuses or incentives internally at Microsoft, I'd be shocked if anything goes to the developers in any massively meaningful way. You're more so telling shareholders that this game makes money and therefore needs more updates. It's quid pro quo, and Sea of Thieves is massively successful. It's Xbox's most successful new IP in like 10 years or so, and is always at the forefront of marketing and showcases. There is also a reason it's being ported to other consoles and already ported to the PS5. For the most part, the Pirate Emporium has some really reasonable prices. I think everything aside from recent changes is priced reasonably. Not the ships though, they're really quite expensive, but emotes, pets, etc. all priced quite well. And again, the Emporium has helped deliver 13 named updates, 12 seasons and 2 crossovers with Disney. That's 25 updates and counting, not including the monthly updates. If you want evidence for this game being self-sustaining, there's your evidence. Outside of this, I don't really see any objectively good things about the cash store, and there have been several changes in the past few months that have caused this to appear on many people's radars. So the pop-up ads come in 3 forms. First is a skippable video that comes up when a new patch drops, with the monthly updates always playing the Emporium advertisement and the actual content updates playing the season trailer, which has the Emporium stuff, and the separate Emporium trailer the second time round. Then anytime you boot up the game and press any button to continue, you have a chance for the message of the day to be new Emporium updates. This can also be events or information about upcoming features, but as far as I know, I don't think these can be disabled. Then if you do support the game by purchasing something, there is also a chance that a suggested item will pop up, enticing you to spend more. That's 3 examples of potential advertising in the game, and it feels very freemium to me. Now you can just click off it and ignore it like any sane person, but keep in mind 2 of these changes were added recently, and it's even more frustrating when several people have complained about how many clicks are needed to even start matchmaking. And then once you've clicked through up to 2 ads, you can be met with an advertisement splash screen when loading in. You can't skip it because it's a loading screen, so you have to sit and stare at it. This will happen several times if you're playing on the original Xbox or have Sea of Thieves installed on a HDD. Before you've even seen Lorena or Kate capsize, you've seen 3 Emporium advertisements. And oh shit, there's no force of fortune or you just woke up in the wilds. Time to hop for another server. To be fair, you only have one of these adverts before loading in. Unless the game crashes, which I guess is a little frequent at the moment and will start the cycle again. The point is, it's easy to skip through all of this and it's mildly annoying, but it's just one other thing they've added to sit through to play a game you already paid 40 smackaroonies for. In the menu, there used to be a tab showing that adventures existed and had a recap of the last one. Since adventures are over and the lore has been torn to pieces in the last 6 months, this no longer exists. Now the Pirate Emporium tab exists. As if being able to access it in the main menu or at every outpost was too much of a barrier to spend. Now you can spend whenever you want in the pause menu. If you're going to take away anything from this, it's probably this point. If this issue was resolved, then I would just shut my fat fucking gob and not make a video moaning about cosmetics in a kid's pirate game. but damn it, I remember when the earnable stuff was actually good. And if you're new, you won't care because you think the Sunshine Parrot outfit is the peak of Sea of Thieves fashion, and you are based AF Sigmas for that. If you're an old cunt like me, then you probably will agree. Each and every month we get a shipload of cosmetics in the Emporium. We get superb ship sets, excellent emotes, wicked weapons and tremendous trinkets. Maybe not the last one. In the gold shops, we get heavy cutlasses and rapiers, recolored clothing or ships, and these sets are being drip fed over the course of years. Think how many sets will need rapiers and swords. On top of this, we've seen the new weapons launch in Season 12 with just 3 earnable skins each, and there are already 4 premium skins for both weapons, which will likely increase by at least 1 every month going forward. You also have to pay for these extra, they're not in the bundles. While I don't expect sets to receive their respective new weapon skins on day 1, it would be nice for some of these to come out more steadily. I think 3 is a bit pitiful. But again, with the way the swords are being drip fed, this will take years for the current sets to be completed. Hell, it would be nice to have some cosmetics of recolors that don't exist. I talk more about this in this video in the corner, so make sure you give that a watch. I think we've also seen an overall reduction in the quality of the earnable stuff. The Season Pass Pirate Legend rewards are testament to that. We actually had a point where they were themed, believe it or not. Season 6 had 2 Athena items based on prominent Athena characters, Gloria and Belle. This matched Season 6's Veil of the Ancient, which was a Pirate Legend update. Season 7 matched Merrick's death in the Adventures and his triumph during Lost Sands. Season 8 marked the aftermath of Return of the Damned and had 2 Flame Art themed items. Season 9 even had a matching jacket and spyglass, which was meant to represent the history of the Sea of Thieves. This regressed into a Sovereign crest and Lorena's tattoos, Briggsy's gloves and Belle's dress, then Greymary's stinky boots and a music box trinket that doesn't even play music. It just shows a lack of care and it feels like an asset flip when resources are being diverted into the Emporium. Hell, Season 12's earnable items were 6 weapon skins, a ship hull, sails and flag. That's it outside of the pass. Then we cut into the Plunder Pass and Rare decides to shove a curse in it. The first progressive curse we've ever had, and it's locked behind a paywall. Curses were always meant to be the most desirable items locked behind certain achievements. It's why the skeleton and ghost curses are so popular. And I think this opens the floodgates because now every Plunder Pass is going to look crap compared to this one unless it has a curse in it. I'll take it a step further and discuss the crests added to the Emporium from Port Merrick. This was a straight asset rip from the geometry from an area which was meant to mark a significant community event. Instead of making these rewards in the Season Pass or the Hunter's Call, they just sell them in the Emporium. The Emporium was already stacked this month anyway. I thought this was a bit excessive. It's just a little bit too coincidental that all of this has been added around the PS5 release to maximise the Emporium sales, and it's pretty clear Microsoft's bean counters have done this to try and recoup the billions they spent on Activision Blizzard. This is all what I would have said if I was a massive fucking loser bitching about cosmetics in a silly pirate game. Anyway, am I just being an entitled loser, or do we have anything nuanced to say in the comments? I'd love to see what you guys think down below.